Let's talk a little bit about thinning cherries and some of the diseases that get into these as your crop starts to ripen. You can see here you have green fleshy cherries that are filling out, others that are smaller that may be pollinated but most likely will drop. You can see the dead cherry pit here from last year, probably a mummified cherry. This is where all the brown rot, which is what gets on these cherries when they're close to being ripe, it comes from the inoculum from last year. So if you have good sanitation and can pull these off, preferably when you see them, then that will help you enormously in terms of crop management. So if we move over to this branch over here, you can see you have a small upright shoot, several branches in there that make things fairly complex. If you're in the Maritimes or in areas that get any kind of rain during harvest, these cherries are very soft, high sugar, high acid, and they just want to rot. And so the important thing is, if you think about it, as these cherries mature and fill out, they're going to hang down just from the sheer weight. And coming up into the bottom undersides of these trees and opening them up so you get some airspace. So if these fruits hang down, that airflow will really make a difference in your ripening. Again, in here, just coming in and pulling off probably some of the questionable ones, and maybe revisiting it just as the cherries start to turn to what's known as a straw color, and you can look at your densities there. That will certainly minimize the rot. It doesn't address the long-term issue. I think technically they say you need three to four leaves per cherry. We've never gone to that kind of system in terms of counting, but certainly reducing the big gobs of cherries that you'll see. Here's one right here, may or may not pollinate all of them. You can see if all those small fruitlets ripen, you'd have 5 pounds of cherries on that little branch. And you're just going to have to come inside and really take off significant amounts of this if you're in an area like we are here in Puget Sound. And airflow is critical.